Thank you very much for inviting me to the Global ICT Standards Conference 2024 in Seoul. And I appreciate very much inviting me and giving you a perspective and a status of the Oran Alliance, a organization which is working around the principles of open RAN standardization. My name is Stefan Engel-Flechsig. I'm the Chief Operating Officer and the Legal Counsel of the Oran Alliance, and I'm more than happy to present these first ideas to you today. What will you listen to and what will you see today? First of all, the Oran Alliance mission, what is it all about? Then the Oran Alliance membership, what membership do we have, and who is constituting the members and the participants and contributors in Oran? And last but not least, what are the main Oran Alliance thrusts? So what is really important from the perspective of the Oran Alliance? The Oran Alliance mission is described on this slide. The Oran Alliance would like to transform the radio access networks to be open, to be intelligent, to be virtualized, and to be interoperable. These four main objectives are incorporated in the foundation documents and the foundation of the Oran Alliance many years ago. When I say many years ago, the Oran Alliance was only founded in 2018, which is a little bit more than 6 years back in Shanghai. In August 2018, 5 operator members came together and created the Oran Alliance, merging 2 organizations, the C-RAN Alliance and the X-RAN Foundation, to the Open RAN or the Oran Alliance. The founding members at this time were AT&T, NTT Docomo, China Mobile, Orange, and Deutsche Telekom. Today, after 6 years, a little bit more than 6 years, the Oran Alliance ecosystem has over 300 participants. I'm not asking you to look at all the logos which are on this website, but look at the main logos of our members, the mobile operators, and then you see the contributors and academic contributors on the right-hand side. The membership comprises, and this is very important, and that reflects the transparency and openness of the Oran Alliance, academia, application developers, chipset makers, cloud providers, government agencies, hyperscalers, network equipment manufacturers, operators, research institutes, security, service providers, system integrators, test and measurements, test lab and transport networks. All those different areas and members of the community establish the Oran ecosystem and are working intensely and actively on developing the Oran specifications. The membership in Oran Alliance is emphasized on openness. It is reflected in its setup as an open technical organization in accordance with the World Trade Organization principles for international standards developments. It means meeting the Iran industry ecosystem. There is a strong membership base, as you can see, open participation in any work group or focus group. All the working groups and focus groups are open to all our members and to all our contributors. There is free access to Oran face-to-face meetings, which takes place 3 times a year in Asia, in Europe, and in America. And it guarantees early access to Oran specifications, even if before they have been approved or decided or developed in consensus. The membership in Oran Alliance comprises access to testing and integration at Oran Plugfest. We will come to that a little bit later. Join the worldwide community of OTICs, which are the open testing and integration centers scattered around Asia, Europe, and North America, 19 by number. Promote the Oran trials or deployments in the Oran map, which we will see a little bit later, which is defining and identifying those projects which are concentrated and focused around Oran specifications from a different operator point of view. It gives you access and certification and badging of Oran products. It promotes products and solutions at ORAN virtual exhibitions. It's an ongoing virtual exhibition. And last but not least, there are contributions to the ORAN software community. I'm not going to explain all these in detail, but you will see on the next slides what I will refer to with this activity and the membership benefits for the ORAN Alliance. It is very important from our point of view that, even from the legal point of view, the way of working is contribution-driven consensus. This is the major principle and the golden principle of the ORAN Alliance. It is, as a standards organization, all the contributions and specifications are contribution-driven, and all specifications need to be approved by consensus by all members and contributors. Anyone in the community is entitled to contribute, propose new activities or amendments to existing activities. Meetings are essential to discuss the contributions or any other topic relevant for the progress. We have face-to-face meetings, as I already mentioned. We have regular online meetings, group-specific face-to-face meetings, and if you look at the calendar of the ORAN Alliance, you will see that there is every hour is specified and focused on meetings of our 11 working groups, 6 focus groups, and other working groups in that area. We are aiming to reach consensus at all levels. There's also an option to make a vote, but the main principle is consensus. That is on the working group level, that is on the focus group level, that is on the technical steering committee level, on the executive committee level, as well as on the board level. And we are producing and maintaining and facilitating this exchange of ideas, contributions by procedures and a collaboration tool supporting all these efforts, which are maintained by the office. The 3 main thrusts of the ORAN Alliance are ORAN specification effort, testing, integration, and certification, the ORAN software community. The ORAN specification effort are at the heart, at the center of activities of the ORAN Alliance. We produce technical specifications. These specifications define all aspects of the ORAN architecture, the ORAN architecture, and are available to everyone. As soon as they are published on the public website, and everybody can download it without any limitation or restriction. The second one, which is important as well, equally important, is testing, integration, and certification. ORAN supports its members and contributors in testing, integration, and certification of their ORAN implementations, and we maintain, for that reason, Plugfests 2 times a year in fall and in autumn, and we have 19 different open testing and integration centers in Asia, Europe, and in the North America. Last but not least, and equally important, like the 2 others, thrust is the ORAN software community. ORAN is maintaining, with the help of the Linux Foundation, the creation of open software for the RAN. So those the parts and portions of the ORAN specifications which can be put in software will be put in open source software, and this process is maintained by the Linux Foundation. The specification effort is, as I said already, at the heart of the ORAN Alliance. The ORAN specifications set the foundation for the telecom industry towards an open and intelligent RAN. They are produced by 11 working groups, and you can see on the right-hand side the 11 working groups, and by focus and research groups. We have the industry engagement focus group, we have an open source focus group, we have a standard development focus group, sustainability focus group, a testing and integration focus group, and a next generation research group, which is producing research papers. All the details can be found on the website, and I'm not going into details in any of these, so please refer to the website. All the efforts of the ORAN Alliance are aligned with the industry. The ORAN architecture and the specifications build on common standards and care about alignment with other industry bodies to ensure compatibility and to avoid duplication of effort. I'm very happy that we have a very good relationship to many existing SDOs, ETSI, ATIS, TSDSI, but in particular also to TTA. And we are very happy to be invited to TTA, to this wonderful conference today. And I'm happy to share the information about the ORAN Alliance with you in this conference. The Next Generation Research Group in the Oran Alliance is focusing on research of open and intelligent RAN principles in 6G and future network standards. This is a very complex task, and we have many academia and other companies, contributor and operator companies, contributing to that work, and they report regularly to the ORAN Technical Steering Committee, to the Executive Committee, and to the board, and have 5 different research streams, as you can see here on the right-hand side. The ORAN software community, as I mentioned, and is related to the Linux Foundation projects. It is embodied and included in the Linux Foundation and other projects, which Linux Foundation is running many of these projects, but it is important to have this dedicated place for the ORAN open source development within the Linux Foundation, managed by the Linux Foundation, following their principles, following their license agreements and their licensing commitments. And that is important to us, to allow every developer in the world to participate freely and openly without any restriction or limitation to this open source development. You see here some Open RAN software community facts. We have 3 licenses. We have 13 active projects at the moment with the ability to represent every key ORAN component. The new project is on AI ML framework. There will be a white paper coming out very soon. We have 12 members in a technical oversight committee. We have 3 open labs which are working on the open source development, and anyone, as I said already, is able and authorized to contribute to this work, signing up to the contributor license agreement. Testing and integration, which is, you will see and you will accept that, also a very important point for the ORAN Alliance. ORAN Alliance is supporting its members and contributors in the testing and integration of their ORAN solutions. How we do that? We do this with open testing and integration centers, which are at arm's length from the ORAN Alliance. They are driven and owned by testing labs in different areas, in different regions of the world, but they are authorized as open testing and integration centers, as OTECs, and they then can produce certificates, either certified, interoperable, or E2E tested certificates or badges, by looking at the products and technologies which are to be certified by them. We also have the Blackfest 2 times a year, in fall and in autumn, to see how the different products on the ORAN Alliance are fitting together. Altogether, this means interoperability, conformance, and it reaches from end to end for these technical specifications. The ORAN Alliance Blackfest, as already mentioned, are organized and co-sponsored by the ORAN Alliance. They enable efficient progress of the ORAN's ecosystem through well-organized testing and integration. Vendors, providers, and institutions come together to test, evaluate, and verify their products and solutions. Open testing and integration centers, as already mentioned, you can see here a map of our OTECs, which are already authorized and approved by the ORAN Alliance. You can see where they are. They are in Asia, they are in Europe, and they are also in North America. More OTECs will be able to join, and the ORAN Alliance is looking forward to accept and encourage more OTECs to join the family of the OTECs in ORAN Alliance. There's a certification and badging program which is managed by ORAN but executed more or less by the OTECs, and you can see, as I mentioned already, they can provide certificates and badges of ORAN solutions, and as issued by the open testing and integration centers. If you wish to see what kind of certificates and badges have been issued until now, you can go to the part and portion of our website, and you see a list of all certified products and technologies according to this ORAN certification and badging program. Last but not least, we have a ORAN map, and this ORAN map is actually on the website, available on the website, and gives you the opportunity to see where are trials, where are deployments, where are Blackfests and OTICs in the world, and this information is provided by the operators, and it's a first-hand information, not a second or third-part information. So it's quite reliable, and if you click on one of these buttons, you will see more details and the status of the projects and so on and so on. So with this, I would like to end my short presentation. I hope you could get a little bit of insight into the Orion Alliance. I'm happy, of course, to share more details, and I'm looking forward to a deep cooperation between the Orion Alliance and TTA. And I'm very much looking forward, in particular, to see that we are going to have an agreement very soon signed between Orion Alliance and TTA on the acceptance of Orion specifications by TTA. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you a very successful and good conference.